What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another transactions video on the 4-4 YouTube channel, where I, Hutch, deliver you 5 transactions that you need to make in your fantasy football leagues for this week. Before I get in this video, though, I appreciate if you subscribe to this YouTube channel and click that little notification bell so you'll be notified every single time a new video does drop on this awesome YouTube channel. And also, check out the website, 44.com/plans. Go to their plans page. There's a ton of amazing bonus premium content that you can sign up for. I'm going to give you a secret code right now to give you 25% off whatever plan you choose. Use the code YouTube, all caps, YouTube, for 25% off your plan. All right, so without further ado, let's get right in this video. Again, it's 5 transactions that you need to make in your fantasy football leagues for this week. The first one is going to be adding Demario Douglas. He's rostered about 32% of sleeper leagues. He's had 6, 7, and 7 targets within the last 3 weeks. And while the offense is really gross, Mac Jones is a quarterback we don't really love for fantasy football. If you have this target share and you're the number 1 wide receiver in an NFL offense, you're going to be a relevant fantasy football piece. He's someone that has a safe PPR floor. The ceiling due to the offense is just really, really tough. But hey, he's a rookie. He's someone got drafted in the later rounds this year. Maybe he could actually come out and surprise us. So please, if he's getting this volume, he's getting opportunity, he could make a really, really good impact on this offense. So add Demario Douglas. My second transaction is going to be buying Rachaad White. Now, this is more of a redraft, not a dynasty. In dynasty, I'm actually more on the sell Rachaad White train. But in redraft, buying Rachaad White is a really, really good option. He hasn't been the best running back for NFL purposes. I mean, he's only had 1 game of 4 yards per carry this year. And then when you watch the games, he looks fine. He looks fine. He doesn't look amazing. He looks serviceable. He looks like a guy, but he's getting the volume in the running game and also a ton in the passing game. This dude's a really good pass catcher. Not much. He's not great as a runner, as I just mentioned earlier, but he's a really good pass catcher. This dude's great as a receiver out of the backfield, and he's making that impact for this offense. And it's really, really correlating into a lot of fantasy points. This dude right now is on pace to be a top 12 running back on the season. And he's currently, over the last 3 weeks, a top 6 running back. A lot of people still see him as a borderline RB2 when he really just isn't. He is a top 12 kind of running back. So I'd be buying Rachaad White in redraft. The third one, this is the rookie I was mentioning earlier when talking about Demario Douglas. This is Keaton Mitchell. We want to add him onto our fantasy football teams. Now, this is a bit of a deeper add. If you're in like a 10-team redraft league, you're probably not going to have room for Keaton Mitchell. But Keaton Mitchell's still a really relevant add in fantasy football. He's rostered in 3% of sleeper leagues. And looking at what he did last week, he had 9 attempts, 138 yards, and a touchdown. He looked so good, guys. I mean, this was a huge sleeper for me coming out of the NFL draft process. I loved Keaton Mitchell. He was someone I was all over. I was really sad to see him be an undrafted free agent. I was hoping he got drafted, but he wasn't. After being an IR for the start of the season, he finally has made an impact for this team. And a dude that makes an impact like that, it usually doesn't go away just right away. So hopefully he's going to get more opportunities next week, especially as a pass catcher. I'm really hoping for more as a pass catcher last week. He made that impact in college, hasn't really done it yet in the NFL. Hoping we can see that over the next couple weeks. But Keaton Mitchell is definitely someone to add and probably stash. I'd be a little afraid to start him right away, but you can add him and definitely put him on your bench to just see what happens. All right, so this is our first negative transaction of the show and our only negative transaction of the show. We are selling James Cook. James Cook has probably been a sell over the last couple of weeks, but this is like the moment where, okay, this is it. You have to get out this week or you're done. He had a hot start this year. He really did. The first 3 weeks, he had a hot start. And it was really because of his priority in the pass catching game. 13 targets within the first 3 weeks. He was really relevant in that area of the game. But since then, he's had 3 games with 1 or less catches. Like, it just hasn't been there. The passing game involvement just has not been there for James Cook. I mean, it hasn't been there consistently. And as a result, he's been a super inconsistent fantasy piece. He's also not consistent as a runner. Sometimes he's super efficient. Sometimes he breaks away a couple good runs. Sometimes the defense just completely shuts him down because he's just not physical enough to push a pile. He needs those explosive runs to be able to put up that yards per carry that we want to see. But looking at James Cook's schedule specifically, he's playing a lot of tough defenses over the next few weeks. I mean, Philly and Kansas City over the next couple of weeks, like, it's not fun for James Cook over the next handful of weeks, and especially in the fantasy football playoffs too. And now, I didn't even mention it, Leonard Fournette is here too. He didn't get any touches last week. He wasn't really expected to play, but this is a sturdy, strong veteran who can catch passes. This is your last chance of James Cook. Get out while you can. And the last transaction, I'll wrap it up quickly here, it's kind of a don't do this. Don't drop Josh Downs. I've seen so many people dropping Josh Downs. He has gone rostered from he was rostered in 85+% of sleeper leagues over the last week or two, but now he's down into the low 70s. People have been dropping him. And he had a knee injury. Obviously, we don't know what's going on. We don't know the health yet. I mean, there might be an update by the time this video posts, but I don't know yet because even if it is a significant injury, just put him on your IR or leave him on your bench. He's been relevant enough to the point where you can just leave him on your bench injured. He's been too talented. He made too much of an impact to this offense. Do not drop Josh Downs unless this is like a 8-week kind of injury. But that's going to be it for this transactions video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I'd appreciate it if you were subscribed to this YouTube channel. Click that little notification bell and check out 44.com/plans. Use the code YouTube whenever you sign up. And also follow me on Twitter. I'm at HutchinsonB_FF. I'm a teenage content creator trying to make his way in the fantasy football space. So that's going to be all for this video today. Thank you all again so much for tuning in. We'll see you all next. Actually, no, not next week. Later this week with a matchups video.